This is the heart of London's history. Every step you take tells the story of centuries. Let's explore together. From war to the city's glory, London continues to tell its stories through its architecture and museums, and this is where you must see it. Gowithissara. Click like, share, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss any new clips. The commercial heart of London, and a symbol of the British nation's unwavering resilience. This is the Royal Exchange, a building with more than 450 years of history, a survivor of countless challenges and 2 catastrophic fires. Yet, it still stands proud today. Our story begins in 1565, with Sir Thomas Gresham, an ambitious, wealthy merchant who dreamed of giving London a proper, organised trading hub. A place that would raise England's status. To rival the greatest commercial powers of Europe, no more Backley deals. London was ready to rise. When construction was completed, Queen Elizabeth I herself opened the building in 1571, granting it the name that still echoes today, the Royal Exchange, and just like that, England's financial heart was born. Merchants from Britain and beyond poured in, turning it into one of the world's busiest international trading centres. But destiny had other plans. In 1666, the Great Fire of London swept through the city, reducing the Royal Exchange to ashes, yet London rebuilt, stronger, louder, proclaiming to the world, "We will never surrender." But history repeated itself. The Second Royal Exchange fell victim to another massive fire in 1838.
เลี้ยวซ้าย
Twice consumed by flames, and still, it rose again. The structure we see today was completed in 1844, designed by Sir William Chitt in grand neoclassical style, its magnificent Corinthian columns reminiscent of a Greco-Roman temple. It was opened by Queen Victoria and soon became the beating heart of global finance. Lloyd's of London, one of the world's most influential insurance markets, called this place home. Every pulse of London's economy once flowed through these halls. After World War II, its financial role gradually faded into history, but the Royal Exchange never lost its identity. In 2001, it was reborn once more, evolving into a luxury destination for shopping, fine dining, and sophisticated living. Still a commercial centre, but now a stage for elegance and art. And here's a hidden gem for history lovers at the very top, a golden grasshopper perches proudly, the emblem of the Gresham family. It miraculously survived both fires, becoming a symbol of fortune, prosperity, and eternal renewal. These very steps have witnessed major royal proclamations, including the announcement of new monarchs, a silent witness to the turning pages of Britain's history. From past to present, the Royal Exchange stands tall as a symbol of wealth, determination, and the unbreakable spirit of London, because fire may burn buildings to the ground, but it can never destroy the spirit of commerce that lives here. Did you know, beneath the busy streets of central London lies a forgotten arena of ancient power? This is London's Roman amphitheatre, a true relic from 2,000 years ago, built around 70 AD, when the city was still called Londinium, round pushpin hidden deep beneath the Guildhall art gallery, it slept in darkness for centuries, until 1988, when renovation work uncovered its long-buried secrets. The ruins we see today, the eastern entrance, the drainage system, the arena structure, prove that ancient London was once a place of thrills, drama, and battles where survival was the ultimate prize. Descend more than 8 meters underground, and you'll step right into history itself with immersive lighting, sound, and digital reconstructions. You'll feel the roar of the ancient crowd all around you.
And by 120 AD, you've got a population of 50,000 people or so living here in London. 50.
Then, step back outside. In Guildhall Yard, look down. That dark, oval line etched into the stone, is the exact outline of the original amphitheatre, still resting quietly beneath your feet. So if you want to witness a real Roman arena, without flying all the way to Rome, come explore the Guildhall Art Gallery. Admission, free, adventure, guaranteed.
Of course, once all that's over, and could sit around this arena. That's quite big. It's bigger than the Albert Hall. It's a bit smaller than a venue like the what they call it, the arena at Wembley, for example. But you know, it's comparable in size to those modern venues. Now, it's made of stone and brick, all held together with cement, mortar. You can see it clearly over here. Look. The stone is Kentish ragstone. It comes from a quarry near Maidstone in Kent. The quarry still exists. So the soldiers would have had to have, or the Romans, their slaves, whatever, would have had to have got this stone out of that quarry, load it onto barges on the river. But if it was a one-day event, it might start with animals, so you get animals fired for execution of criminals in the arena, and then the highlight of the day, supposedly at the end, would be the gladiatorial combat between gladiators. Now, I mentioned animals like lions and tigers would rarely, if ever, have appeared. I mean, it's thick oak with iron spurs at the bottom, and the spurs stick in to those holes that locks it shut. So your animal is locked in here until you want to release it. And above here, you've got a pulley. So you rotate the pulley, and up comes the gate, and that means that the animal can come into here. Or paintings. But when you leave this building, you're leaving here, right? So this is where the main exit to the building is, just up here. So you're actually walking out into the arena space of the Roman arena. I'm not sure what it's like today because so much of it is blocked off.
Did you know that one of the world's most awe-inspiring museums began with the wonder of just one man? 1753, London, Sir Hans Sloane, royal physician, brilliant naturalist, and relentless collector. He spent his life chasing the secrets of the planet, bottling curiosity into more than 71,000 specimens and artifacts. When he passed, the British Parliament made a decision that changed history. They bought his entire collection, not for kings, not for scholars, but for everyone. A new era began at the British Museum. People came, and knowledge spread. But what happens when curiosity grows too large for its walls? Enter a man driven by a bold vision, Sir Richard Owen, the scientist who gifted us the word dinosaur. He believed nature was the inheritance of humanity, and access to it should always be free. He imagined a place unlike anything the world had seen, a cathedral of nature, a sanctuary where the giants of earth, from ocean leviathans to prehistoric titans, could rise again before our eyes. 1873, construction begins in South Kensington. Architect Alfred Waterhouse designs a masterpiece in Victorian Romanesque style. A fortress of terracotta armour, crafted to survive London's industrial smog. Look closely at the walls. The swirling leaves, creeping lizards, and silent birds carved into stone. But they're not decorations, they're a message. All life deserves to be remembered. April the 18th, 1881. The doors open wide, the public steps in, and the world's story steps out. For decades, it was known as the British Museum, natural history, but its heart beat to a different rhythm, a rhythm of evolution. Wonder, discovery.
Thank you.
Time marched forward. 1963, it stood on its own. 1986, it united with the Geology Museum. 1992, a new identity was born, the Natural History Museum, a name worthy of its greatness. Today, over 80 million specimens preserve the memory of Earth across billions of years, from meteorites older than the Sun to DNA unlocking futures we've yet to imagine. This building is not just a museum, it is a time machine. monument to the miracle of life, a reminder that every creature, tiny or towering, has a place in the story of our world, and that story is still being written, waiting for you to turn the page.
lui lei si mette al terra perché c'è quelli che la tovaglia.
มีเลยนะเนี่ยใช่ที่มานั่งรออยู่นี่ไงให้ถ่ายรูป
The masters will go on my soul. I guess. In terms of average babies. Yeah.
Sam.
The London Science Museum, a place where human curiosity ignited, where imagination becomes invention, and where the future is always just around the corner. From the age of steam to the dawn of space exploration, every breakthrough that changed our world has its story here. The origin of innovation, our journey begins more than 170 years ago, 1851, the Great Exhibition in Hyde Park, a worldwide showcase of Victorian ingenuity, machines, engines, and inventions beyond imagination. These wonders, too precious to be forgotten, were preserved, forming the first seeds of a new museum, 1857. The South Kensington Museum is born, celebrating both art and science. But the wonders of science grew rapidly, and by 1909, the science collection stood proudly on its own, under a new name we all know today, the Science Museum. Between 1919 and 1928, the iconic building opened, and its halls have expanded ever since, keeping pace with humanity's unstoppable progress. Science for everyone. In the year 2000, the museum entered a new era. The Welcome Wing opened, a place where technology comes alive, where visitors can touch, experiment, and participate in the science of today. Robotics, genetics, space technology. The future is no longer distant. Today, the London Science Museum stands as one of the greatest science museums on the planet. A beacon of wonder, a playground for curiosity, a destination where children dream and adults remember why they once dreamed. Because here, every invention begins with a single question: what if? In a world where war has shaped the lives of millions, there is one place that keeps the memories alive, so that the future will not repeat the tragedies of the past. This is the Imperial War Museum, one of the world's most significant war museums, located on Lambeth Road, in the heart of London. It tells the story of conflict from 1914 to the present day. But this museum was never built to glorify victory. It exists to honour the sacrifices of ordinary people, soldiers, families, civilians, from the United Kingdom and the entire Commonwealth. It was founded in 1917, while World War I still raged on, artillery thundered, lives were lost every second, no one knew when the war would end. Yet they understood one thing, these stories of courage, fear and heartbreak must be preserved forever. Inside the museum, which once served as a psychiatric hospital, you'll find tanks, warplanes and weapons used in history's darkest hours, but these objects are only fragments. What truly matters are the stories of the people who lived, fought and loved during war. In the First World War gallery, we walk through reconstructed trenches, hear explosions, shouted commands, feel the cold, suffocating despair of the front lines. In the World War II section, the firestorm of the Blitz comes alive, night after night, Londoners huddled in shelters, haunted by the same question: will home still be there when the morning comes? And a chilling reminder of humanity's darkest chapter, a gallery dedicated to the Holocaust, where people were stripped of their identity, their dignity, and far too often, their lives. Every photograph, every letter, every recorded voice contains the heartbeat of someone who lived through the unimaginable, and they tell us one thing: in war, no one truly wins.
Just before bonfire night, so the pyrotechnics were aimed mainly at us, fired out of roof bombs. It is difficult, especially for the guys who have young children themselves. They couldn't imagine.
Sound of it, pushing everything. It's a bit of a weird feeling there. You don't expect yourself to have kids like that. You don't do that. You don't know what to think.
Yeah, that's still tough.
Rather than more real things we've got, real shape to the ground, you can hear it elsewhere.
Oh, they're more. That is pissed off.
What? Really?
Yeah.
What? No, but it's right here.
They've got into that pitch that you didn't want to learn till the actual thing started.
And we were taking losses right now. I always remember the beach commander, who was a naval officer, on the beach. He was pushing us forward.
These things are quite caring, my mind. I think of them today like I did 50 years. You say something now, and looking for I don't know, so I'll just carry the foot.
We arrived about 7 miles out to the landing ships, and then of course they pulled to, and then the next thing was for the assaulting company to get into their assault craft, which is a little 30-man craft.
The remarkable thing about it was that 1 minute we're looking at the underneath of the
entra in ogni camera.
Devo dire che c'è un equilibrio fra
was the whole plan of the beaches and the obstacles and what obstacles we had to take and firepower, etc. So we were well prepared for the landing.
And at that time then we were all issued with a leaflet, and the leaflet was from the Supreme Commander General Eichsmark, telling us that we would be landing on the coast of France in the early hours of
The Imperial War Museum is a monument of voices that can no longer speak, memories carried forward by those who survived, and a solemn message from history that peace must be protected, not with fear or hatred, but with understanding.